Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm in the beautiful grounds of Osterley Park in West London today. It's actually very hard to believe we could be in an urban area of London, because if you look around you, it feels so rural. But we're actually just about halfway between Heathrow Airport, there's a plane coming into land, I don't have the camera speaking out, we're about halfway between Heathrow Airport and central London, but it just feels so rural. So I've come here today out for a walk, but today's video isn't so much about Osterley Park itself, but it's about something the National Trust used to do and have said they're not going to do anymore, which I'm a bit disappointed by. It's not a recent decision, it was about a year ago this came about, so I just wanted to basically hopefully tell anyone who's watching at National Trust my feelings on the subject, and that is working holidays. Now, National Trust used to do a programme of working holidays where what you would do, you would go to somewhere, a National Trust place, you'd stay at a base camp and you'd work on the estate or various other local estates, and then you'd have a good time, you'd have a day off. So it really was a holiday, although you worked, and you put something useful into the National Trust. They were about £100 for a week, and that covered all your food and accommodation. Now, I went on about 6 or 7 of them, and every time I had a great time. I enjoyed the tasks I did. I met other interesting people. I even did a couple of, they had some abroad. It wasn't actually run by the National Trust, but through partners. I did one in France for people under 25 when I was still under 25, where we worked on restoring an old mill. I did one in Czech Republic where we worked on an estate not vastly different to this, restoring a gardener's cottage. But last year, obviously the pandemic changed a lot of things, and they stopped the working holidays, which at the time, obviously they had to. So I'm not saying that was the wrong thing to do. Obviously they had to stop the working holidays for the pandemic. But what they've said is, since the pandemic started, they've now had an independent review, and they don't see working holidays as the way forward or appropriate. I'm not quite sure how they want to describe it, but they say they're not going to do them anymore. And what they want people to do is volunteer at their local property instead. Well, fair enough. I know a lot of people get a lot from volunteering at their local National Trust property, and those volunteers, they all do a great job. But for people like me, the fun thing was going to a different property every time, meeting different people. I'd often enjoy, I think all of them bar about 2 that were localish to here. I went by train. When I say to here, I mean London and the home counties. I did one in Buckinghamshire. That was just a weekend one because it was so close to home. And I did one in Surrey, where we worked in the Leaf Hill area and on Holmwood Common. They're the only ones I didn't go to by train. But the rest of them, I did one up in Yorkshire, did one at Colcabbia. The very last one I did was up in Northern Ireland. That was great fun. I made a bit of a holiday of that because I stayed in Belfast the day before. I did the Downpatrick and County Down Railway before going to Castle Ward, where the holiday took place. And then I spent a couple of nights in Dublin on the way back. So, they would give you the opportunity. Sometimes I would sort of add on my own little excursions before or afterwards. But yeah, the National Trust holidays, they say they've gone, and I'm just disappointed really, because I had so much fun on them, and I know many other people went on these holidays and they had so much fun. There were so many different tasks you could do. On the whole, the ones I tended to do would be some physical work out on an estate somewhere. It could have been clearing bracken or rhododendron bashing. That was always fun. You just cut down all the rhododendrons and have a big fire. I've done ones where we've built steps, put fences up, built walkways. Had all sorts of fun. There's ones for other types they do ones where, say, if they're having an event, you can go and help on the event. You might be able to hear an aeroplane landing at Heathrow. That's what you wonder what that noise in the background is. There'd be ones, it wasn't really my cup of tea, but perhaps you'll be inside working on restoring curtains. I was talking to a lady once, she told me she went on one of those. There was a real huge variety of tasks you could do. And, they say they've gone. So the way I kind of see it is, well, it was, like I said, I've said a couple of times, they were great fun. By the way, this is the car park for Osterley Park. If you come by car, you can also come by here. I mean, I'm not anti-National Trust. Do come and visit their properties because they are great. But what I'm saying is I'm just disappointed they're not doing the working holidays anymore. The other great thing was, once you'd done your week away, you would get a volunteers card, so a National Trust membership. Now, I've always been a member. I'm currently not at the moment, so In today's video, I'm actually outside the pay barrier. I'll show you, well, I won't be able to show you because I haven't paid to go in, I haven't pre-booked, but I'll show you what I mean. There's some parts of the estate here at Osterley and various other places that are freely open for everyone, and there's other parts which, you know, you have to pay to go in, such as the house, and you normally have to pre-book. So we're just coming up to the main lake. So what would happen is, once you've done your week away, you would get a volunteers card. So that basically got you National Trust membership for a year, which I would probably make a lot of use out of. Well, I was probably at a National Trust property, wouldn't say every weekend, but at least once a month, sometimes combining it with various other railway trips. So, you know, I really, you know, enjoyed having the National Trust membership. I was brought up, my family had a National Trust membership, a family membership, and then when I was 18, officially I was no longer a member, so I was going to join. Then I thought, actually no, if I go on a working holiday, I'll get my membership that way. So, you know, I put something into National Trust, I got my membership back, and I kept doing that until, you know, not that long ago. And then, as I said, the National Trust membership stopped. The National Trust working holiday stopped. National Trust membership is still very much alive. And so I'm not currently a member. I'm not going to buy a membership at this point, purely because with the pandemic, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't want to buy a membership I'm not going to use. So, you know, I will become a National Trust member again, but at the moment it's not on the cards. So it just means if I want to visit a National Trust property, go beyond the pay barrier, I've got to pay. But I just feel disappointed, really, that, you know, to me, they've done this review. Who have they actually asked? Have they asked anyone who went on the holidays? Because what I'm saying is, we put something in, and I think we really gave something for the National Trust. People, you know, really valued them. It's almost like the person who's made this decision to cancel National Trust holidays for good knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. Yes, I know they're saying there's other ideas, other ways of volunteering, like say at your local property, but like I've said, I just enjoy going to a different property every time. I'm someone, for those of you who watch my videos know, I like to travel around as much as I can, and to me the fun thing is going somewhere different, meeting new people, you know, exploring a new area. Every evening I'd be out for a walk if I wasn't cooking, because they'd do like a little roster, and you'd help with the cooking, you'd help with everything. It was, you know, a really good thing. You got a lot of young people doing the Duke of Edinburgh Awards, so I used to make quite a few friends who were doing Duke of Edinburgh Award when I was around that age, although I didn't actually do that myself. So, you know, I just think it's a real shame. A really big thing has been taken away. And obviously I will continue to visit National Trust places to make videos and everything, because there's so many amazing places. I mean, look at this, you know, it's still hard to believe that we're in such a built-up area of London. So I'm always going to visit National Trust places, but I'm either going to have to buy a membership once COVID's over, or I don't know, if anyone's watching that from National Trust, come on, bring the holidays back. They were great, we loved them, and I'm sure many people agree with me. National Trust working holidays were one of the best things you did, so, you know, don't take them away from us. I appreciate, yes, at the moment, maybe this year, possibly next year, it's not possible, but, you know, in a couple of years' time, once COVID's, you know, a thing of the past and it's been written into the history books, you know, bring back working holidays. You did them for 50 years and then you just stopped them because of COVID, and, you know, you've disappointed a lot of people. So I don't like to sort of moan in my videos. I like my videos to be positive, but I'm hoping that by, you know, saying what I'm saying, someone will watch and be like, yeah, actually, let's bring those holidays back. So what are you going to do at the base camps? That's another thing. You know, what's going to happen to them? I know sometimes they were youth hostels or whatever, but places like the Henman base camp down in the Surrey Hills, what's going to happen there now? Is it just going to sit empty, or are you going to find a new use for it? I'd love to know. So yeah, if anyone at National Trust is watching, please bring back, you know, the working holidays, and I'll certainly be booking on them, and I'll be keen, you know, to give you my helping hand once you bring back National Trust working holidays. So from the beautiful grounds of Osterley Park, thank you very much for watching. Please do feel free to like, subscribe and comment. Goodbye.